Recently, we just got in a pretty neat collection of G.I. Joe classifieds. We thank our friend Luke for bringing these guys in. As you can see, there are a bunch of holes in here. We have been lucky and fortunate enough to find a lot of these guys some new great homes. These are wonderful figures. They are fantastic, but they would not exist without era G.I. Joes. A real American hero starting in 1982. Wonderful toy line. In my opinion, objectively, I do think it is the best toy line of the 80s. The detail and articulation that's involved in them was second to none, and it still holds up today. It wasn't just great for the figures. The vehicles and the play sets are some of the most well-known in the entire history of toys, and they are fantastic. One of those being the G.I. Joe Defiant.
Alert, alert! Cobra attack! Ready to Defiant! It's the G.I. Joe Defiant Complex.
Nobody beats G.I. Joe!
It's awesome!
The Defiant's launch base opens to reveal a flight control center.
In 1987, it retailed for a measly $100. It was sold domestically in 1988 as well. It was discontinued in 1989. However, in Belgium, they did have a contest for that, and the winner got a G.I. Joe 1987 Defiant. It is beautiful. It is a wonderful piece. This one is the best one that I have ever laid my eyes on. Hopefully this ends up finding a fantastic home. It does have payload. It does have hardtop. Comes with all the pieces that you could imagine, even the most difficult.
So this is our Defiant. Sorts of computer consoles down here. Some gun chairs that roll out. Open up the doors so you get to the main thing. Elevators over here. Got both vehicles up here. Here's the actual shuttle part. Inside you have your two figures. Payload with his jetpack and hardtop, the gantry driver. You have an umbilical cord that goes to various spots in the playset. There's a gantry, a grasping arm that can stretch out. Cockpit right here. Here's your booster shuttle. This actually opens up to a space station. Various seats and consoles down here. This is what is supposed to be a transporter. Put a figure in there that we're supposed to transport, a la Star Trek. Computer consoles. This is supposed to be sleeping quarters. There's a airlock right here that opens up. I don't recommend doing this because it's not the most stable thing, but there's a hatch down here that actually opens up, and you can dock this thing like this. Open up the hatch and the guy will pass from one station to the shuttle. But overall, this is a super incredible toy. So the gantry itself can be cranked up and down with this lever, and this whole part will slide down and sit flush. I'm not going to do it because it's way high up on this pedestal. Most people know that the toy itself is pretty poorly designed as far as the wheels go, because it cannot hold the weight of this thing. So the best thing to do if you have one of these is to sit it on something where the wheels are off the ground. And then, if you go around the front side, there's cockpits and various guns all over the place. It's an amazing toy.
Mason? I was just wondering if you'd like to eat cotton candy and fill our bellies with blueberry Red Bull. Play Gran Turismo 4 for the PS2.
One of the other holy grails that we just got in for G.I. Joe was the 1986 Drome. It is a fantastic playset, discontinued in 1988. It only lasted for about 3 years, pretty on par with the other G.I. Joe vehicles and playsets, so it makes sense.
The bottom of the Drome features opening garage doors, a fuel station inside, belly guns along the belly, also on top of the base, turrets and computer stations, as well as the main feature.
It does have an awesome feature. It comes with a fire bat and is pilot. You can open up the bay doors and have it shoot out like it's coming to shoot down any of your Joe vehicles, although it's a pretty tiny vehicle, so who knows if it could do that. But every rider is the hero of their own story. They can do whatever they want, so have fun with it. So a lot of people come into the store and they think that because I'm 27 years old, I don't know what it's like to play with era G.I. Joes. I didn't grow up with them. I wasn't born when they were out. So a lot of people assume that I never got to play with them. I probably had a lot more than they did growing up. My dad got me into this when I was about 2 years old. He's been doing this for 25 years. One of the things that I got to play with as a kid and that I had in my basement that a lot of Joe kids in the 80s did not was a flag and a Defiant. This is just a personal opinion. I genuinely think that the Defiant's a better playset. It might be smaller, but it has a lot more features. It's a lot more interesting. It doesn't take up as much space, which could be a plus or a negative depending on how you look at it. But from my personal experiences growing up, I actually very much enjoyed the Defiant more than I did the USS Flag. I'm sure a lot of people have differing opinions. The USS Flag is the other holy grail of G.I. Joe playsets that you almost have to have if you would like to have what's considered a complete collection. But the Defiant holds a special place in my heart, and the Defiant's a lot more nostalgic to me than a Flag is. We have never had a Flag in here that has been displayed. We are working on a couple in the back. Just so much to get to. It's 6 foot long, tons of pieces. The Defiant's a little bit easier for us to muster putting in the store. And I'm thankful that we've been able to put out about 3 since we've been here. This one's the nicest of them all. It's almost in perfect shape, and I'm really excited for it to find a new home. So.